Guys, after yesterday making that incense burner, I really need a break. So, let's make tons of stuff in Tinkercad! Yeah! Ding, 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 ding! How are you guys doing? We're not taking a break. That was my break. That, like, 3 seconds that I was talking. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. What are we doing today? We are doing a very easy project. Well, probably multiple items. This was another suggestion from a commenter, and honestly, this kind of is a break for me because doing pots and planters and vases is the idea, and that is kind of a break for me because that honestly is all really easy stuff. So even a beginner, a first time ever Tinkercad user could make a pot or a planter or a vase. Like, them are some of the easiest objects. So it is kind of like a break, but we'll try to make some harder ones. I have all kinds of weird ideas. I really liked it. It's almost endless when it comes to like planters and vases. But quick announcement that I forgot to say. If you want to become a channel member, you can download any of the projects that you see on this channel. Unless there's like a technical difficulty, like that incense burner, I have not been able to export yet. I'm still trying. It's just, we broke the matrix. There's too many shapes. It's just, I think we figured out there's over 1 million polygons in that thing. So I'm still trying to get it though. I just have to do it very slowly and in pieces and then put it back together and then try it again. Anyway, let's get onto it. Let's start by making a super simple beginner pot, okay? If you're a first time ever Tinkercad user, you can make a simple pot. Let's make, and then we'll make some better ones, but let's grab the cone here like I did, drag it out and set it down. We're going to flip it over with this little arrow, or you could use the mirror function. So see, we flipped it. Otherwise, you could just do this. Here's the mirror function. Boop. And right here, there's all the different ways you can mirror it. So see, we can mirror it and it'll flip it over. Boopage. We can slide some of these bars if we want to make it smoother. So let's make it smoother. Okay, this one, let's stretch it up because, well, yeah, we can make it bigger also. But this is going to be the slope of our pot. See how that's too slopey? So let's literally grab this top little square and stretch it up like this. So see, I'm just looking at just this part right now. Okay. I like that. That's a good slope. So we can snip it where we want. So we're going to grab one of these cutout squares over here, cubes, and stretch it up, and it's going to cut it off. So, okay, actually I like that. That's fine. Let's make sure it's, yep, that's good. So when we combine these two, so we select both of them and hit the group button right here. Boop. See, we have a little bit of a pot shape. Is that, you know what? Let's lower this down a couple more clicks. There we go. Let's group it. Okay, now we can hit D to drop it down. And we're not going to hollow it out yet because I'm going to make a rim. So we can make a rim really easy probably. We could do it a couple different ways. Let's just duplicate this. So right here, duplicate. And let's see, how should we do this? Look, we could literally just do that. Wow. So I just smushed it down and let's raise it up. Oh, it still has to be bigger though. Okay, so let's hold Control, Shift, and Alt at the same time and stretch one of these. It'll leave it lined up. So see, that holding them 3 keys will shrink it uniformly or expand it, but also keep it lined up because that's still lined up. But obviously, if you need to line stuff up, you just select both and hit the Align tool over here. If I knew which one it was. And see, you could just hit these middle buttons and it will line it up on them axes. I think somebody taught me that's the way to say it. Axes. Probably still screwed it up. Okay, let's just group these together so it's one object. And now let's get ready to hollow it, okay? So let's duplicate it. We're going to raise up the duplicate, okay? And turn it into a hole. I call it a cutout. So see, already looks like we're going to be hollowing it out, but I bet these walls will be too thin. So turn the solid one into a hole also, or you can hit the T button for transparent. Yeah, maybe that's even nicer. Let's do that. Sometimes I just use the hole button because I like it better. But look, our walls are going to be really thin. So let's shrink this down. So let's select just the cutout. And we're going to do our same Control-Alt-Shift trick. And see, we're going to shrink her down like this. Okay, let's get some nice walls on it. We don't need this thick on the bottom. So what I would do is just stretch this up and lower it down. Okay, so see, we've got a nice thin wall if you're not trying to waste filament, you know. Let's see. Oh, I want to stretch. Let's stretch this one up a tiny bit more. Okay, so we can turn this other one back into a solid looking shape. So there we go. Okay, you know what though? Let's keep an extra one of these. So, okay, let's group these. Boop. There. Absolutely super simple. Anybody could do it. Pot. And if you want to, we need some drain holes. So just grab one of these cylinders. I'm going to hit D so it drops it all the way down. See, now it's sitting down there because we want it to cut through. So let's just make some little holes in here. We don't need nothing fancy. Okay, is that a good size? I'm going to line it up so the hole is lined up here on this axis. Okay. And here, let's hit duplicate and slide one over. There we go. Okay, and now watch this. You could select both of them and hit duplicate. Okay, I must not have had both selected. Okay, both are selected. Let's hit duplicate. And let's just spin it. Keep your cursor inside this blue circle and it'll snap grid. See how it's snap grid angles? If you're outside the circle, it just goes by 1 degree, which is helpful sometimes. But let's just snap grid right to here. And now look, if you just keep hitting duplicate twice more, doop, doop. Check it out. We got perfect holes in a perfect circle. Okay, now we just group it all. Bam, we have holes. And I would use an actual little plant tray because water somehow finds its way through this plastic. So when we make a vase, you have to coat it with something. The water finds a way through. It's really weird, which gives me an awesome idea for later in the video. So keep watching because we're going to make something amazing that I'm going to print and use. And I don't know if it's going to work, but it might. So anyway, look, there's our first one. It's kind of pretty. Let's make a bunch of different colored stuff because it's going to look nice for the thumbnail. I might even make some plants to put in them for the thumbnail. Wouldn't that be funny? But we want to grow real plants because I'm a plant person in real life. I'm a competitive giant gardener, so I compete at competitions for giant pumpkins, giant tomatoes, long gourds, giant watermelon. I've been doing it for 20 years. So yeah, I like plants. So I need some specific stuff also to use. So we're going to be making a bunch of stuff today. Because I always figure out how to make a video way too long. Okay, here was what I wanted to point out. This is why we made a duplicate of this. Because now you could get a little crazy and add some details. What would be a good example? Let's grab this. So you could add some decorations, basically. Tube. Oh, wow, that's really skinny. I didn't know it could get so skinny. Okay, let me get this ready here. Okay, let's just do something. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's, so I lined up a ring and I put it up here, okay? We can probably do, let's drop it down a little bit, see what happens. We don't want to get too wacky, or do we? Maybe we do. Okay, let's see. What if I do this? Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. So see, I'm going to show you. So see how I still have the cutout in the middle. We haven't combined it yet. So you could do stuff like this. We're going to duplicate. And just like we did with them holes, we're going to just spin it a little bit like this. And then we're going to keep hitting duplicate. Do, 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 till it gets all the way around. Wow, this is way even cooler than I thought. I mean, I tried this. Okay, when's it all the way around? I mean, I knew this was going to happen. Oh my gosh, we are awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Guys, calm down. So now all we have to do is cut off all that. So we're going to have to go like this. So let's cut all that off the top. Here, let's use the cruise feature. Can we do that? Okay, we want to snip this off, and we're going to snip the bottom off. Okay, see, I knew that was going to work, but I didn't know it was going to be that cool. Okay, let's snip the bottom off also. So let's just stretch a square rectangle over it like this, and just pull this middle one down. See, it'll go below the, see how it's going below the plane? That'll snip it off right at the bottom. Okay, let's group it all together. Oh yeah, it's going to cut that out too. See, that middle part's going to cut all of that middle now. So that's why we had to wait to cut the hollow middle. Here we go. Bam! Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Here, let's pick, is it cream? Creamy looking. Isn't this a gorgeous pot? And then we could just go like this. Should we cheat? Let's grab the, we're going to grab the same holes. Boop. See? Here, let's group them. Put these back. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. This is low pressure too, because it's so easy. I mean, once you get used to all this stuff, this is really easy stuff. We should almost just keep a set of these if we need more, you know? For our, because we're going to make more stuff too. Wow, this is a really nice pot. I didn't know it was going to be this cool. So let's line these up. Oh, duh. These would have to get grouped if I was doing that. Okay, look, did you see? To be able to line these up inside there, I'd have to group these together. Otherwise, they'll all pull to the middle. You'll see what I mean if you were to do it. Okay, align. And we're done with this pot, guys. We just got to group it. We're going to have some nice holes. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. And think about it, like, you could do that so many different ways also. You know, you could do cuts into it. Let's line up our pots over here. That's really cool. So see, you could even have a set of them. So you could have like 3 or 5 of these, and each one could have a different pattern on it, you know? Because it would be almost... Here, should we do one more? That was too much fun. Let's do one more. Let's bring it out. We're just going to do more duplicating. Let's find something here. How about... Sure. Can we do this? I mean, I don't see why not. Let's plop one of these stars on here. We're going to shrink it way down. Oh, dear. Oh, I should have left... Whatever. Okay, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up... Let's see, I'll make it a little bigger. Oh my goodness, what's it doing? There we go. I don't know how I was able to fumble around so much with that, but so see, I just put some stars on it, and now I'm going to select all 4 stars, and then we're going to do kind of that same thing. We're just going to duplicate it, and oh yeah, we'll have to slide them over. Okay, see, we slid them all the way over here. We'll just hit the mirror function and flip them over. And we'll slap them on the side here. Okay, and then now we could literally select all of them except the pot. Oops. So I'm going to select everything but deselect the pot. So look, now we have all the stars selected. We could just hit duplicate again and spin them a little bit. We got to spin them enough. Will that work? Let's just try it. Hit duplicate twice more. Boop, boop. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of stars. That's too many though, right? Yeah, some are overlapping. Okay, let's try it once more. We'll spin it a little farther this time. Okay, duplicate, spin, but farther. Like that. There we go. Now I'll just hit it once more. There we go. We got stars all over. Is that cool? I don't know if it's cool. What if we stretched them up a little bit? That look weird? Oh, that won't work. Okay, well, is there too many right here? Okay, let's delete this one and this one. Well, you get the point. I don't know if that was a good one or not, but you see how we can decorate with them. Let's make them white with this. Let's make this purple. There we go. Okay, let's group it. So does this one have holes already? Yeah, it does. Group. Okay, we want multicolored. There we go. There's our third one. Okay, maybe not as super cool. Maybe somebody likes that one. Okay, so we got 3 normal pots. So that is fine. Here, let's do our first weird idea. I've got a couple weird ideas, okay? Here is one of them, guys. So, what you would do, we actually could use one of these, because this is just going to be a weird concept. So, like I've said before, these pots, like this plastic, the water finds a way through it. So here, I'm going to ungroup this and get rid of our holes, okay? So I'm going to delete our holes there. Let's go back to a color that we could see better. Okay, so we have a pot with no holes. Got it? Yeah, you got it. So here is the idea, guys. What if we do this? Actually, you know what? We could probably just use this. What if we made another tray? Here, let me show you what I mean. So let's duplicate this and shrink it down. Make it a little bigger. There. Something even as simple as this. Let's align it. Okay, this is going to have to be bigger. I'm trying to make like a tray, basically. Actually, this might look really cool. Here, this is what I mean. So, this might work as a self-watering pot. You get what I'm saying? What you would have to do is what would you do? You would have to clear coat like a sealant. I've done it before on a vase. Use like an acrylic or plant safe, clear coat to coat everything, but not the sides. Not the sides right here. You would clear coat this, and probably you could clear coat this bottom right here too. And then I think ever so slowly the water is going to permeate through this plastic wall into the soil. Like probably slowly, hopefully. You could adjust the speed that it gets through by how thick you make this probably, right? It's just an idea. So see, depending on how thick or thin you made this, you could probably control how much water gets through, you know? Wouldn't that be neat if it worked? I'm definitely going to print one of these. I might do something to make like these walls thinner. So see, we could ungroup this. And why don't we make this transparent? So see, we could make this, the walls on this, well, I don't know. I guess I kind of like that. Okay, we don't have to do that. So literally, this one is done. Well, you know what? You could just spray the outside. So the bottom and the outside, we could clear coat with a spray. And this you could all leave alone. Ah. Oh my gosh, we might have to try that one. Wow, that'd be cool. And look, you could change the shape of it. I think I liked it how it was though. Okay, there we go. We already did another one. Okay, what's some other type of stuff we could do? Here, let me move these. I got my movements really small. There we go. Okay, another one that I might need in real life is, let's see, we could probably use this again as our template. Okay, let's grab this one out. So, when I start seeds, instead, you know how people like cover them with saran wrap, you know, to keep the moisture in? Because when you're starting the seeds, you don't want the soil to dry out before the seed starts, you know? So I was thinking, what if we printed a pot like this, but made a somewhat transparent cover, like a dome? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be cool? And I can use clear filament. And it prints, and it'll let the light through. So, you know, a seed doesn't need light to sprout. Some do, actually, but most do not. And so it's basically, these covers would be mostly just to keep the humidity and moisture in until the seed sprouts, and then you could pop the top off. But we could make like a little dome or something, like a greenhouse dome. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll print it with clear filament, and it'll let light through, which will let warmth through. It'll do the little greenhouse effect, and that'll warm the soil and help the seed sprout. Is that good? Let's do it. So we could do just a dome. Let's do two different ones because I got two ideas. Okay, let's literally try a dome. Okay, we'll snip the ball off right here. Okay, so now we need to, what we're going to do is we're going to, well, what are we going to do? Okay, we'll just do stuff. We'll do something. Okay, so let's make a copy of the pot because we need to cut it into here. So let's make a copy of the pot right here, duplicate, and turn it into a hole. Okay, so this is basically going to cut a lip up in there, but we need to make it slightly bigger or it's going to be too tight. So what we're going to do is ever so slightly, we're going to hold Control, Shift, and Alt so it stays lined up, and we're going to make this a tiny bit bigger. There we go. Let's group it with this. So see, that's going to cut into this. So let's group it. Let's see how big of a gap we made. Yeah, ever so slight. See right here. Did you guys see it? See how there's space here now? So that this cap will technically fit on there. But now we're going to have to hollow it out. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I still left. Oh my gosh. Okay, so see, here is the little lip that will snap on, hopefully. Will it though? Oh, we might have to do something. Okay. That's okay. We're going to cut all this out. See, you never have to settle. Just do what you want. Oh, look at that. See? That's much more space saving. Here, you know what? Let's make it even a little bigger. Is there still the lip? No, see the... Oh, wait. There is a little bit of the lip. It doesn't need much, guys. Oh, that's much better. Okay, let's select all this stuff and group. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I still have it transparent. Oh, that's much better. I have another feeling we have to do one more cut. See, this lip is where it's going to fit on. But see how this angles out right here? See my mouse? That's got to be cut straight down. So let's do that quick. You'll see what I mean. Otherwise, it's not going to snap on. Because I've ran into problems like this before. That's why I know. So we got to trim that off. Right there. Okay. And group. See, it's going to cut that. See how it cut that off? Now, this should slide and set right on this edge. We'll check it out. Let's put it on there. So now we can make it transparent. Boop, boop, boop. Boopage. Here's our dome. See, that was fun. And why is it so different? Did I make it a lot smaller? What did I do? What happened? I don't remember making it smaller. Okay, let's just stretch it back out. Okay, let me get it lined up just perfect and make sure it's going to work. Okay, there we go. Look. Check it out. We got clearance. So watch. We can lower this down. So that's how it'll sit. Just like that. Oh, it's beautiful. And, you know, sometimes when you do stuff like this, you have to test print. And, like, let's say this is too loose. Like, if the lid's too loose, I'll just come back in and, you know, shrink it a tiny bit or make it a little bigger. And there we go. Now, I'd say we could make an air hole in the top. But I think a lot of air is going to leak in probably unless it's real tight. So you could make a couple little air holes. Here, let's do four little small ones. No, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want air holes. Because see, I'm actually going to print this and use it. So we're going to try that one. So here, let's drop this down. No, let's leave it on there for now. Oh my gosh, look at all our pots, guys. Okay, I have other ideas for pots too, but I mean, you could attach... Oh, wow, we could... Oh my gosh, we might have to do... I got all kinds of ideas. Okay, let's take a little break and let's keep going. Okay. I'm back. Okay, I had too many ideas. I have more ideas, but we can't do them all because somehow even a simple video like this, I somehow stretch it out to an hour. And that is too long for some people, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. So, you know what? I have a practical one that I need to build. So let's, and one that I'm going to use in real life, not fake life, real life. And I need it for my competition plants. So I'm going to build it in a little time lapse. It's going to be really easy. I'm going to build it, and then I'm going to explain what it is. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, I'm back. It took me a little while because there was like a weird glitch happening. And I don't understand why. I was like grouping and it was like creating an extra flap of plastic sticking down that shouldn't have been there. It was like a glitch. So it took me a little bit. But anyway, here is my idea, guys. Here is half of it. Does anybody know what I might be doing? Here, let's set this up. Okay, let's tip it up. So we made half of a pot. So check it out, guys. This is actually going to be duplicate, slide. This is going to be a breakaway pot. Oh my gosh, I've always wanted one of these. But it doesn't really exist, I don't think. So we just made it. So I ordered magnets from Amazon for Tinker projects. So they're really cheap. You can get huge sets of like them neodymium magnets, if that's what they're called. They're little flat biscuits, like little patties. So mine are like 9 millimeters wide by 1 millimeter. So they're really small. So I'm going to put magnets in each one of these. And then the pot will just stick together. And it'll be real strong. You just have to be kind of gentle, So it'll stick together like this. And then you can get your seedling started. And when it's ready to plant, you could just pull and boop, it'll pop apart. So you do less damage pulling it out. Because sometimes when you pull these out, you kind of mess up the roots. So I thought it'd be cool to have like breakaway pots. And because when you're growing these giant plants and for competition, every day matters. So if you can transplant them without any transplant shock, you could gain a couple days because it's not going to traumatize the plant and set it back. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it's going to work, but that was my idea anyway. So there we go. Let's add this. Where should we add this? Let's shrink it back down. At first, I was making it too small, so I had to stop what I was doing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's gonna be way too small. Okay, there we go. So we have another idea. So I'm probably gonna print. We got to decide what we want to print. This is probably a long enough video, but let me show, since that commenter also asked about vases. Let me quick show how easy it is to do vases. Vases can be done like the same way that we've been doing these pots. Also, you make a shape and then just hollow it out like we did with with this inner cutout, Oops. Oh gosh, what am I selecting? Here, can I just go back? Boop, 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 boop. Haha, yeah. So, if you make any kind of vase shape, then duplicate it and cut the middle out is one way to do it. And obviously there's endless ways to make vases out of all these different shapes, but let me show you one really cool way that's super simple. You might have seen me do it on that ball in a cup toy that we made, but check this out. This is how easy it is. Grab the sketch tool, set it down. We're going to do a half. We're going to do 1/2 of an object, okay? So let's visualize. This will be the top of the vase, and we can just do it super simple like this. Okay, I want a big bulge at the bottom, and then we need a flat spot on the bottom. Okay, like this. Why is sometimes it seems like it snap grids and sometimes it doesn't? I gotta figure that out. Okay, there we go. Now we turn most of these into... Is it because it's so small? I don't know. Let's turn most of these into curves. So see, you got these options to either keep these sharp angles or curves. So let's just get the shape of the vase that we want here. Okay, I'll make a few adjustments here because it's kind of weird looking. Okay, there we go. So now let's finish the sketch and let's, I think we need to stretch it up because it's a little, let's just stretch it to make it look like a half of a vase shape. Okay, maybe a little too far. Okay, I guess this will be good. Okay, let's make it a little bigger here. I'm going to shrink it down to, I'm just going to do 2 millimeters. I'm not sure how much it matters, how much you shrink it, but let's shrink it down to 2 millimeters. And what we're going to do now is we're going to export it as a SVG, okay? So I'm just going to save it as vase, actually, because it's so fancy. So, oops, let me make sure I'm saving it where I can find it. Save it. 3D models, vase, save. Okay, now all we have to do is, well, we could actually get rid of that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now we're going to go to where it says basic shapes over here and hit the little down arrow. And we're going to scroll down to shape generators. Okay, and right here in shape generators, you'll see SVG revolver. Let's drag it and set it down. Okay, it's this weird, goofy tool that can change the shape and revolve a file, basically. So it wants you to drop a file. See, it says drag file here, or you can choose one. So I'm going to choose the vase file. Okay, I'm going to click open, and it's going to sit there and think for a while. Okay, there we go. So look, you can see part of our shape of our vase on this edge right here. See it? But look at this huge hole in the middle. So look, you can use these sidebars. So we can make it nice and smooth by sliding that up. Let's see, which one do we need to slide? There's more. Oh yeah, inside diameter all the way down. See? Here, let's make it bigger. We could do sketch height. There we go. Look at, and then, so this inside diameter, you want is pretty small. I mean, unless you want to, it basically cuts a hole all the way through it. So you might as well have this one all the way down. Whoops. To 1? Yeah, 1 is the lowest. And then we have to finish rotating it. So revolve angle. So it's only at 300 now. See, if I go down, see? And if we go all the way up to 360, there we go. Look at that. Look at how easy that was. Oh my gosh, why is it glitchy? Okay, it's a little glitchy. Calm down, please. Don't make me look weird in front of my friends. Okay, is it done? Or is it going to be weird? Okay, it's done, I guess. Okay, let's make it a little bigger. So look. Look at that. That was so simple. We did almost nothing. Now we just have to hollow it, so we should just be able to, you know, duplicate it. We'll stretch it up a little and turn it into a hole and shrink it. Okay, we got to be able to see in there, though. Let's stretch it a little more just so I can. Okay, let's turn this transparent so we can see. I hope this works to hollow it, which is such a weird shape, you know? I think it will. We might have to play with it a little bit. Oh, man, I should have left it lined up. Okay, hold on. Okay, so see how we're cutting a shape in, but we got to make sure it's not hitting, you know? Which it is badly. Okay, let me get this lined up. Okay, there we go. So the inside, the only thing we have to do, though, is we need to get back to our basic shapes. Where's my happy zone? Basic shapes. We have to do a little cut on the top here also. Otherwise, oops. Sides. Otherwise, this is, there's not going to be a hole in the top. Because our cutout's like down under. Okay, there we go. Does that work? We got a little weird edge. No, it's fine. Wow, what? Wait. Why is the whole bottom gone? Oh, I know why. The cutout, when we dropped the cutout down, we lowered it. We lowered the cutout down so it snipped its way right through the bottom. Here, let's just add a bottom. Doop, beep, beep, beep. There was going to be a hole in the bottom anyway, so. See, we could just add a bottom. It'll even look better like this. Yeah, actually, because then there won't be as much overhang for the printer. So actually, let's make that a little bigger. See, we tried that. Ah! We absolutely tried that. See, we'll make like a bigger ring like this. a drop. Okay, let's make it blue. And let's align it. And we're done, guys. Do, 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 do. Book. And bam. There we go. See? We made a nice little rim. We tried that. So see, we got a hollow vase. And if you coated this with something, you could use it as a vase. And you could still use them techniques like the way that we did this wacky one, you know. You could still add all kinds of different decorations and stuff to that. So, and then when it's done like that, you could change the shape of it too. Because I mean, look, you know, you could do weird stuff. Why does it look weird in there? Oh my gosh, we sliced it. Guys, what did you do? When did that happen? Oh, let me fix it. Oh, there's the culprit, guys. See? Right here. That middle cutout when we were cutting the core. Look, it's hitting. Let's go in there. We're going in. There, I selected it. See? Let's raise it up. There, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Dude, we raised it up so much we don't even need this stupid top part. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I guess I should have looked closer at it. Okay, so that was an easy fix, easy fix. Okay, let's group it again. That our ring is no longer... Here, we might as well group it. No, we don't want to group the ring yet. Let's just group this and this. Ooh, that looks so much better too. See? We tried that. Okay, let's, this ring has got to get bluage, and aligned. And there we go. Finished. We could group that, but it takes a little bit, so we can do that later. See, now we have a finished vase. Here, should we stretch it up? Here, you know what? Let's leave one short, and then it'll look like we have done a lot of cool stuff. So, see, we'll do a separate one. We'll change its color to, we don't have a pink. And why don't we make it smaller, but stretch it way up? Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's set these. These are taller, so let's... Oh my gosh, let's look at all of our stuff, guys. Wow, that's probably enough for one video. See, this was me taking a break. You know what? Some of this stuff, we got to test one of these out. What should we test? We almost have to test both of these. Okay? Let me print this dome pot and the magnet pot, and let's send them to the printer.
All right, guys, let's see how we did here. Oh, man, this is kind of stupid looking. This looks like a Temu seed starting kit. But honestly, it's exactly what I wanted pretty much. But I knew, you know, that it doesn't really print clear. But see, you can see my hand through it. See? So we will be getting light through it, see? So honestly, it'll work. And this fits good, actually. Here, see? So we did a good job there. So this will work, but I'd almost rather buy them off Amazon for like 50 cents each. Like they have pots that come with like a little clear cover, but this will work. So it was successful, but it's a Temu seed starter. So, but here is the magnet pot, guys. I already got it prepped and ready. Check this out. This I like better. Check it out. Look at. It lines itself up perfectly. Wow, it's actually pretty strong too. Jeez. These are pretty strong magnets, so it's actually awesome. The only thing I would have done different is, well, it printed a little weird, I don't know, because of the angles. I don't know, I use supports. But the magnets didn't fit down in the holes that I made very well. Like they're kind of like sticking up. So then that left a pretty big crack. But that's perfectly fine. because roots like a lot of air, so there's nothing wrong with that. I actually have pots that I grow my expensive Monstera plants in, and I use an angle grinder to make slits all across, so there's more air to the roots. So a crack like that is actually a good thing, to be honest. But unless soil starts falling out and makes a mess or something. But so I could have definitely sunk these in, made like deeper, bigger gaps, because by the time it printed, they were too small of gaps. But oh my gosh, it's really cool. So I would call that one, I like that one. I'd probably make some bigger ones. This is only a 4-incher. I'd probably make some 6-inch ones. This one, and we'll throw that one in the maybe next time bin. All right, guys, that was super fun. Oh man, I already had more ideas for pots that I wish I would have made, but then the video would have just gotten longer and longer. But dude, one idea for a pot that you guys could make, you could make kind of a big bowl shaped one and then have separate little things sticking out, coming out of the side of it, you know, so you can have like plants popping out the side of the planter. I'm sure you've seen them. Sometimes they do it for like strawberries or succulents. Oh, we could have done one like that, but hey, maybe another time. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Here, you guys need a humidity dome.